I don't know why I did that. Good afternoon, everyone. After restarting the stream several times, I'm finally here. Here I am once again. Hopefully, some of the guys that was in the chat come on back over to this one. I was having problems. I don't know why. So before you come in the chat, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video. So I hope I'm not totally confused everyone with what's going on here, but I've never had this problem before. But anyway, let me get back here and get rid of this. And hello, Lenore. I was having a very bad faux pas. And thank you for the prayers because I was about ready to lose it. But let me go in here and get rid of some of this if I can. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on in here? Let's see. Because it was showing this. Now so I am on now. I've got so many things to sell you guys. I had to reschedule for 6:30 because I was running behind, and now we're definitely on course. So we will give it just a few minutes here. And I am here. Yes, ma'am. I made it. So it's the weather here has changed overnight. It was like 80 and now it's like 50. So I did run down to the other house and get some items that I knew I was going to sell. And there's Leslie. I am here. I am here. Luckily, with a brain between us because it just kept messing up. But we do have some good things tonight. And thank you for coming in. Well, that's odd. It's got XA. And welcome in, Leslie. I have a big surprise for you. You'll never guess what it is, but I do have a surprise. Sometimes when we resell, things always come back to us in one way or the other. And as I was in my mother's house, I had found something that you had bought back before Christmas, and the post office decimated it. And the good news, I think it's either really close or it could be the exact thing. So I was getting sweaty up here, but I was able to get a hold of that. We'll give it just a few more minutes for more people to come in. And I've just got so much stuff. It's insane. It is just, my mind is just blown. And then when I couldn't come in, it just kind of really, I'm like, YouTube can frustrate you so fast that you don't even see it coming. But let me go ahead and bring this over. Now, normally this is open for Leslie only, and I think she'll know what I'm talking about. And I'm not being partial, but look. Does this look familiar, Leslie? Doesn't that look exactly like what the post office broke? But it is in pristine condition. There's no chips, no cracks. So again, I'm not being partial, but I'm going to offer this. Leslie's got first dibs on it, and we're going to do a start bid of 18. And it was so weird because I looked in there and I told my husband, I said, you know what? That looks just like the one that Leslie bought and the post office broke. So she is in pristine condition, and and that's weird. It's got a funny, and Leslie is in at 18. And since Leslie, I wanted this. Hey, Blooming Shelby, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I saw this in the cabinet and I'm like, oh my God. I said, that looks exactly like the one that I sold to Leslie and someone broke it. So we're going once, twice, three times and sold to Leslie because I remember she bought this for her sister and it arrived decimated and it looked like they took the package and just kind of kicked a field goal. And it bothered me as well. I mean, hey, Denise, welcome in. It bothered me as well because it was a gift and it was special. It wasn't the fact that I had to get the money back from the post office. It was the fact that it was a gift that really bothered me as well. And I'm like, and it's perfect, Leslie, and this is yours. And I just this early, thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, please, and thank you. But I'm like, this was meant to be, and this goes to Leslie. And I'm so glad that I found this. And it was like deja vu. Yes, thumbs up, please, and thank you. And that goes to Leslie. Good things come to those who wait. And there's Shell Bell. Welcome in. And she is beautiful. I even had her covered up with a cloth to keep her from, and it was in pristine condition because it was always in a cabinet. And there's Minnie. I made it Minnie after a couple rounds with YouTube. I finally got my way. So be good, be better, be blessed. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. And everyone hit that thumbs up. We will put this beauty right over here. And that goes to Leslie. And how often does that happen? Like hardly ever. But sometimes those little blessings come around and we get things and be able to replace it. It disturbed me because I knew that Leslie was going to gift it and then the post office they decimated because it wasn't my lack of wrapping appropriately, because anyone out there that knows me knows how I do things, and it wasn't that. It was just their carelessness. Pam, okay, welcome in, Pam. Thank you for letting us know. And we're going to put her over there. And guess what? I have another one. And also, let me go through this spiel. Of course, the rules of the chat is do unto others as you would have done unto you. Be nice to everyone. I know this sounds weird. A lot of you are really good people, but sometimes we might get that one that pushes the envelope. We bid in $1 increments up to $10. After $10, it is $2. After 50, it is $5. After 100, it is $10. And if you are bidding in the chat and you are out, please indicate that. That way we can move a lot faster. I do ship with Pirate Ship and I invoice through PayPal. And Pam had sent her information, and thank you so much. But, I have to have your information because I have to know where to send it, and I can't do that unless you send me your information. But most of you out there, it's just easier that way. Let's do this. For every purchase tonight, your name's going to go in something in here that I'm going to put it into once I find it. Let's do this. Now, I know I got something to put that in. This is insane. Okay, let's do this. Your name is going to go in this lovely bowl here, and a winner will be drawn, and fear not, and welcome in. Alfonso and Face the Ace. And fear not, there will be a drawing. I'm not going to leave anyone out, but that's usually how I'll do it. I do one for the ones that purchase, and then we'll do one for everyone because, I'd like to give people things. And with me, guys, you never know what you're going to get. And I do tend to be a little generous, so keep that in mind. So thank you. You just never know what you're going to get. And always, because, you guys are here with me, you could have been anywhere, and Leslie goes in here. And this will be $5 off your purchase. And Leslie is going in here. And I feel like, it's not much, but every little bit counts, right? And welcome in. And do not forget that thumbs up. I ship through Pirate Ship. It is the best thing to use because, as resellers, if we took this stuff to the post office and we wrapped it up and they waited, and there's Ginger. Welcome in. Good to see you, sweetie. And if we took it straight to the post office and we wrapped it up and they did all the charging, it would be crazy high. So Pirate Ship is a way for us resellers to give you a good deal on your shipping. However, the shipping has gone up within the last year, but it's still better than not having a Pirate Ship, because it does give you, I've sent invoices with the shipping that was, that's my goal, is to get your shipping down. And they say, are you sure you charged me enough for shipping? I said, yes, because I do it a box in a bag where I wrap it more than likely in a garbage bag, and it saves money. So they were just really surprised on the rate, but that was last year. So things have increased, just saying. Thank you, Denise. I heard the notification. And thank you so much, Denise, and welcome in. I had so many problems going live that it would I was getting frazzled. So with that being said, here we have another beautiful angel. She is in pristine condition. She is hand painted, and just look at those flowers. And I'll turn it to the back. And these are really beautiful, guys. They really are. And since she is smaller, I'm going to start her at $15. And if you can get one of these for $15 somewhere, you're doing good. So we're going to bid this at $15 on her. Well, I hit the wrong. Lord have mercy. I must have the cap lock on. $15. All these types of jewelry look fab. Everything, headbands. Thank you. Appreciate it. And Minnie is in at $15. And what a beautiful little angel she is. Well, she's not little. So let me get a measurement. I see Minnie in at that $15 bid. I was worried at first when I registered because I am not savvy on things. You did yours correctly, because I know that your email name is your more than likely I can bill your email to the PayPal, and that's all that I needed. Let me find my. So we're going to give you a measurement on her. She is beautiful. She's in pristine condition, 13 inches tall, very detailed in the way all the flowers. It's in pristine condition. It's just a beautiful, thank you. It's just a beautiful angel, and we have Minnie in at 15. I need to see 17 or better, or we're going to call this down for Miss Minnie. Like I said, all these were behind glass. They were never out in the open. So we're going to go once to Minnie for her $15 bid. Going twice. final and last call. And it looks like this divine little thing's coming right to you, and we are sold to many. And I have more, guys. I just picked the best for tonight. And I do wrap these very carefully, and more than likely this will be wrapped by itself because it just has to be. Because, well, you guys know how I do. I'd never put your items in jeopardy. And congratulations, Minnie. She is yours, and she's beautiful. Guys, you know, you just about have to ship these separate because, you know, they're very breakable, and you can't put anything in the box with it, or you're asking for trouble. So let's put her right there. And let me put Minnie into the bowl here. And thank you guys for being here. And that one goes to Minnie. I mean, the flowers on this the floral work on this is just amazing. And we will put Minnie right into the bowl of right there. We'll move her kind of over, and we have yet another one in pristine condition. It's like she's kind of setting up on a little, some type of little banister. She does have flowers in the back as well. She's pink and she is hand painted. She is holding a dove. There are flowers everywhere, and there is Beth. Welcome in, sweetie. Well, Pam, I really haven't, because a lot of what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to contact the Goodwills to see if they will actually take them first. And, you know, I could divide them up between Goodwills, but beyond that, I don't know what we're going to do with them. I mean, it's just mind blowing. And, you know, all I can do is call the Goodwills and say, hey, I've got these books. Would you be interested? And because you can't slip it in on them, because, you know, something like that would have to be picked up on, they'd have to call a truck over because they are heavy. And I hate to see them. I'd like to see them used, but never in my born days have I ever seen so many books. It's just insane, but we'll think of something. So she is sold. Let's move her over there. And we have yet another beautiful hand-painted angel. Let me see if they're about the same size. She's a little less subdued, and we will, thank you, Pam. I try to do, that could really educate somebody that's looking to expand their knowledge in that computer thing, because there's, oh my God, you wouldn't believe. So she was 15. Let's start her at 14. She's just about the same size, and she is very beautiful. So we're going to start her at 14. I can't see for looking, guys. I mean, I really think the floral on her is really pretty. And if angels are your thing, then I just love the little floral things on her. It's so pretty. Then we turn her around to the back. She is hand painted, and Minnie said 14 because I think Minnie loves angels. I do too, but you can only have so many. So we have Minnie in at that $14 bid. She's just as tall as the other one. We need to see 16 or better for that next bid. And she is, yep, they're the same height. And she is beautiful, and she'll go. It seems there's a theme with these angels. They all have the pink dresses. So we'll give it just a few minutes because we do realize that there is a lag. But she is in beautiful and in mint condition. This is what amazes me, the floral work. So we're going to go once to Minnie for that $14 bid. Going twice to Minnie for that $14 bid. Final and last call. We'll go ahead and let Lenore, fair warning. I don't see any other bids, so we are sold to Miss Minnie for 14. Congratulations. It goes really well with the other one. And I knew, guys, I went in there, I knew I was going to get the best ones. And congratulations, sweetie. You know me, I got to pick the best. You know, there's the best and then there's the rest. Right, ladies? I'm just that way. Let's move her over. I don't want to get her in line with my streaming deal over there. I'll put her over here. And thank you so much for being here. I know there's other auctions going on, and I really appreciate y'all being here. So let me move her over. Next up on, oh, it's sitting right in front of me. I just happen to, yeah, they are beautiful, and the flowers and everything, they're just, I have it under good authority that someone out there likes milk glass. So naturally, look what we have here. We have a milk glass. It's like a candy dish. It's got like a grape motif to it. It is milk glass. Let me take that lid off. We don't want to, oh, moment. Okay, Pam, we do have a gift alert. Minnie would like to send this angel over here to you. And it's great because I have your information. So, Pam, that angel is going to you from Minnie, and that's how Minnie is. She's very loving. And congratulations. Okay. Congratulations. You'll find that there's a lot of gifting that goes on, and so there you go, Miss Pam. That's yours. Too late. You can't say no, it's too late. So, Minnie, since she did make that purchase, we will put her name into the bowl, and congratulations. That's what Minnie does. She has spoilt me on several occasions. Minnie is a sweetheart. In you go. Oh, you do so deserve it, Pam. You do too. And I know that it probably made your day. And that's Minnie's like that. She has spoilt me on more than one occasion. So we have this beautiful milk glass compote, which has that grape design on it. And it does have a lid, which here's what the lid looks like. It is a beautiful piece of milk glass. And I will give you a measurement whilst I think of what I'm going to. Okay, we're looking at about 10 inches tall. and it's about 6.5 inches across. And this one's pretty nice, guys. I don't come across too many milk glass items, especially like this. So we're gonna start this one at $12. That's my running total these days, and it is gorgeous. It's an old one. It does have your grapes on it. It is a beautiful piece. Here is the top right there. Very, very lovely. The top fits rather well, and Minnie says 12. Yes, be blessed what we are supposed to love everybody, and that's true, and Minnie is in at 12. And what a great example that, that to show love to someone else, guys, because we don't know the path that what they've been through or what they're currently going through, and to extend that hand of love to another person is worth more than anything, guys. So Minnie is in at that $12 bid on this beautiful milk glass. There's your bottom right there. It's just really beautiful. So I see Minnie in at 12, looking for 14 or better. If not, we are going to call this down to Miss Minnie. We'll give it just a few moments to account for that lag that's normally out there all the time in YouTube land. So we'll give it just a few minutes. And we're going to go once to Minnie for that $12 bid. Going twice. Final and last call. And we are sold to Miss Minnie. Congratulations. She had told me that if there was any milk glass items, to get them. And I seen 2 of them. And I'm like, hey, congratulations, Minnie. If I can get this to cooperate. I do try to, when I'm out, I do try to look for the things that you guys like, and it doesn't. Now, if I can just get this tape to cooperate, it never hurts to, because sometimes there's a lot of us guys that are in the community that cannot get out. And for someone to be able to get them something that they like, they really appreciate it. So it's always good to, and there again, guys. Oh, we got a little oopsie right there. Or do we? Let me see. We have a little oopsie right here. It's not really that visible, but there's one right there, but it's still a nice vase. It is milk glass, and it is the hobnail version. And here's your bottom. And I'm just going to put this one, since it's got that little imperfection, probably got knocked over. It's not really noticeable, guys, but I know it's there, and I want you to know it's there. And it's right. Let me dim this light. That could be what's causing it. Let me dim that light. We'll increase the light later on. Let me down. But it's right there. And it's really barely noticeable. It is still very usable. And I'm just going to start this at $7 because it is usable. I mean, you really can't see it unless you're really, we're going to start it at $7 because we want to sell it. It is still in good condition. There are no other damages to it. It's just that it's got that little what do they call that? The wabi sabi, and it's right there. So I see Minnie in at that $7 bid. I mean, it does have that little imperfection, but it does not affect the overall look of it. So we have Minnie in at that $7 bid. So we need to see 9 or better, or we'll call this down for Minnie. I know that Minnie must collect milk glass. I have never found a picture yet. And if I do, you know I'm going to get it. So seeing Minnie at that $7 bid with no other bids in the chat, we're going to start to call this down for Minnie. We're going to go once to Minnie for $7. Going twice to Minnie. Final and last call. And we are sold to Minnie at $7. And congratulations. You have I don't know how many milk glass pieces you have, but we'll add that to your collection because aesthetically the vase looks fine. There's no cracks, but it's just that one little oopsie. And congratulations. So that was the pieces that I found. Let me get me something to drink here. Push that. Just got that. Oh, well. So now that we've had some major, let me come over here. We are going to do some brooches, which I have a lot of, and there's Sandra. Welcome in. I fixed it, Sandra. I was about ready to lose it before I fixed it. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here? Thank you, Minnie, because we have brooches, and a lot of them are Emmons brooches. And let's see here. So we're going to switch over to these Emmons brooches, and we're going to sell some of these. Emmons is a very well-known jewelry. It's a jewelry company that specializes in costume, mostly jewelry. And we're going to sell some of these because there are some beauties in there, just saying. I'm lucky I have hair left because I was about ready to pull it out. So first up, we have this one. Actually, this is a non-marked beauty. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Just look at that beauty. It's an unmarked beauty, but nonetheless, it is a beauty. Here's the back of it. It is gold toned in the back. It's not marked, but look how gorgeous. Look at those stones in that. How gorgeous is that? So we are going to move these out of here, and I might be crazy, but we're going to start that at $10. If you can buy a brooch like this for $10, you might want to get 2, because this doesn't happen. It's unmarked, but it is a beauty. Very well constructed, gold tone in the back. Well, it helps if you send it. There we go. But it is beautiful, guys. It's got the green and kind of a peachy light color. It's beautiful. Here's your back once again. Gold tone. Kind of like an across motif. It is a beauty, guys. $10. That don't happen. It absolutely does not happen. So there we have it. Isn't that beautiful? So there's that one. And we're just going to start bid these all at 10. So now I'm going to leave that up there. And it appears that we have another, this is a marked brooch right here. And if you collect brooches, then you might want to jump on this. Let's see. Thank you, Beth, and welcome in, sweetie. This one is an Emmons. It is in great condition. It is blue, and look at those stones. It's pretty good size. Of course, those are faux pearls. And these are glass cabochons right here. Beautiful blue. And then here's the back of it. Same deal, $10. You can see, of course, it might be hard to see that Emmons right on the back. Pristine condition. I'm sure this is older. And we have the beautiful blue. We have the filigree work in that one. Behind it a little bit where it shows a little bit better. So we have that one. Then we have the beautiful orange, and this one is marked as well. And it's probably marked exactly what the other ones are. This is Emmons as well. Got to run to birthday dinner. We'll try to tune in later. Okay, Beth, have a great time. Look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this with your orange and your yellows. It's just a beautiful brooch. Here's your back. It is gold toned. Right here in the back. It's in immaculate condition. The pin is not bent, which we can't say that about a lot of brooches, but there's that one. Now we have one that is also an Emmons as well. And this is an older one, guys. Look at that stone in that. Put it up here so you can see it. Just a beautiful kind of, this is glass stone right there. There we go. Here's your back. You have the Emmons mark right there on the back. Beautiful brooch. And then we have another one. I may bundle these together, guys. I don't know yet. Let's see. This is another Emmons right here. And those are glass. They're not acrylic. Beautiful green. Let me pull it back a little bit. Yeah, they're in really good condition. Emmons is a pretty good company. There's your back right there. Let me pull it and pull it back. There's your back. Just beautiful, beautiful. Then we have another one that is older, that is Emmons as well. This is really an older brooch right here with the faux pearl and the gold tone to it. This would be a great time to pick up some really nice brooches, guys. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So is there anyone interested in any of the ones they have seen? Do you want a bundle? Want me to bundle them? I like to put brooches on my curtains. I know I am. No, that would be neat, though. It would give a very decorative flair. So if I bundle 2, 3, 5 of these brooches, would anyone be interested in all of them as a bundle? Let's see, what do we got here? 60. How about, and this is making these $5 a piece. There's 2, 4, 6. All 5 of these for 30. I'm off to eat dinner. You all have a blessed day. Catch you later. So I'm going to lower these to $5 a piece. Now, there's no one out there that, well, Pam said 30. So I see Pam at 30, and what a great deal that was. So I see Pam at $30. We need to see 32 or better if there's any further interest on this bundle of beautiful brooches. We'll give it just a few moments. These are gorgeous. These are beautiful. I mean, it's got beautiful colors. So we're going to call this down for Pam. And what a deal that was. So we're going to go once to Pam at that $30 bid for all of them. It's $5 a piece. Going once, going twice. Final and last call. And Pam just probably got the best deal of the night. And we are sold to Pam at 30. Thank you so much. What a deal that was. Congratulations. That is a fantastic deal. Won't find that anywhere else, I guarantee you. So Pam is going to get every brooch that was shown for $30. Some of them are kind of pretty fancy there, kids. Listen at me call you kids. I'm not that old, am I? Okay, Pam, I do understand because a lot of people are on a budget. And you have a lot of beautiful, they're beauties now, and they're all Emmons except for one. And congratulations. Boy, I'm telling you, wasn't it though? You're going to be a happy camper when you get these, and I will wrap them all separately. And congratulations. I didn't want to, there's no sense in hanging on to stuff when you can sell it. And Pam goes into, she may end up getting them for $25 if she is drawn for the $5 off, and anything could happen, guys. Wouldn't that be a pleasant surprise? That's a great deal, Pam, and I'm glad you got those. Next up, now this, guys, is pretty darn amazing. Set this over there. This is one of the Gottinger. It's silver plated. It is a jewelry box. And look how gorgeous that is. And I'll give you a measurement on it. And it is silver plated. It is Gottinger. It is vintage, 8 inches across. And this is about 4.75 inches across. And this is gorgeous. And look at the inside. It's just pristine. And it is vintage. Well, I'm glad you did too, Pam. We always enjoy. Now, because it's silver plated, you might see some dark spots, but this thing is the cat's meow. I mean, it's in great condition. It is silver plated, and I am going to, Oh, we have Rena. Welcome in. Good to see you. We're going to start this at 18 because it's well worth it. It does have some weight to it. It is silver plated, and Denise knows exactly what she's looking at. So we have Denise Brown in at that $18 bid. This is beautiful. It does have weight to it. That's a heck of a price on that, guys. You probably won't see that anywhere else. And it is Gottinger, and they are known for their silver plate. But I do see Denise Brown in at that $18 bid, looking for 20 or better. And if not, we're going to call this down for Miss Denise. This is beautiful. It has weight to it. And it's really beautiful. And it is a Gottinger. And it has my prints all over it. Prints are free, by the way. So we are still looking for that $20 bid. If not, we will call this down to Miss Denise Brown. What a deal. This thing is heavy. It's beautiful. So I am not seeing any other interest in the chat. So it looks like Denise is going to get a fantastic Gottinger silver plated jewelry box. And it's so pretty. So we're going to go once to Denise for her $18 bid. Going twice. Final and last call. And it looks like Denise is going to get this one. Congratulations, because we are sold to Denise, and thank you so much. And you go into the bowl here. We'll put your name right in there. Congratulations. That is gorgeous. I mean, it's got weight to it. Can't beat that with a stick, guys. Okay, let's pull these right here. These are pretty special, guys. Just saying. Let me put this over here. So these, look, check these out. These are like Stein-like things. It's got deer on there. This is pewter right here. And these were made in Germany. And look at the beautiful seams on those you got. You know, your bear. And I think these were meant to go together because they're just about, well, they are the same. But check this out, guys. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And they are vintage. Let me see what was said about these. And there's two of them. Good to see you, Rena. Let's go in here to the gallery and see. I know I had these pulled up. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Sometimes I get so much in here that it's crazy. Let's see. Back. Let's see. Where was that at? Well, by the time I find it, it might be this time tomorrow. So I'm going to take another picture. So we don't have time to wait on that. And thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. And here's what we have, ladies and gents. This is a vintage etched glass. It's a beer stein, likely featuring a wildlife motif such as stags or white-tailed deer. The body is made of glass, sometimes produced in Italy, while the hinged lid typically crafted from German pewter, and I knew it was pewter. They're mostly decorative. And I know there are twins, but I'm going to sell them together. I think they're pretty amazing. Here's what's on top right there. You have the deer. Thank you. Welcome in, pretty girl. Don't forget that thumbs up. So I think that they should go as a set. They're very well made, and it has right there on the bottom, made in Germany. I can back it out. So we are going to start both of these. Yep, it's for beer. It's for I guess that's how they drink it over in Germany. I'm going to start both of them at 18 because not only are they vintage, they are collectible. So that's what we'll start them at. They are pretty much identical. And there's your bottom. A lot of times when you have, well, let me get that off there. Usually the bottom of something, when it's like this, is definitely a vintage item. And I see Pam at 18. She likes that. And I figured these were pewter. But you just, even if you whatever, if you just want to set them around. So I see Pam at that $18 bid, looking for 20. We'll give it just a few minutes for the lag. So there we have it. They're really nice. They're not scratched up. Even the pewter part is not scratched. And there's your lid. And it says fine pewter, 95%. So I do not see any other bids in the chat, so we're going to call this down for Miss Pam. So we're going to go once to Pam for that $18 bid. Going twice to Pam. Final and last call. These are nice. And we are sold to Pam for 18 for both of them. That's a great deal. And congratulations, sweetie. Do you have, Pam, do you have German lineage in your family? Or do you just think they're really neat? We have deer here, gonna gift one to neighbor and one to roomie. They'll like these. These are vintage. They're an excellent. My adopted father was German. Okay. They're nice gifts. I mean, there's no marring on the pewter. There's no scratches. It's like they were made yesterday, and we know they weren't, but they are nice. Congratulations, and you are going into the bowl. I haven't forgotten. Better write that one down. Voila. They say Italy were good makers, so are Germans. Yeah, that's what they say. They're really good craftsmen. I agree. So let's put these up. Yeah, those are nice. I mean, it looks like they were made yesterday, but they weren't. So they are going to be a happy camper. I've got boxes over here, guys, and let's see here. They are full of stuff. That's why I like to switch it around a little bit so that, excuse me. So this is costume, but it is nice costume. Here we have this 3-row bracelet. I believe it to be older. That is no more turquoise than I'm 20 years old. It's not turquoise, but I wish. And it's kind of like an acrylic thing, but this is an older bracelet. Here's the back of it. And I'll give you a measurement on it. It's for a smaller wrist, but it is nice. So it looks as if laid out flat. It's about a 7 1/4. But I judge a lot of things by, putting them on your wrist, and I know what size I wear, and I can pretty much tell you what it is. An older bracelet. It's a vintage one. Isn't it funny how you can always put something on when you're not on camera? When you get on camera, it's like nothing works right. All right, come in there. So I would say that this is about, a 6 1/4 because there is room right there. But look how pretty that is. And it is an older one. Clasp works very well. It has a larger clasp on the back right there. And we're just going to start this at 10. It is pretty. It is for a smaller wrist. It does have three layers to it. Oh, come on. What's wrong? There we go. Start bid. We're going to start bid this one at 10. It is well made. It is a 3-layer bracelet. It is absolutely a vintage bracelet. There's the back of it. It is for a smaller wrist, and Denise says, I like that, and Denise is in at 10. But I pretty much judge it by, it is a beauty. It is older. So I see Denise Brown in at that $10 bid. This is a nice one, guys. It's older, and usually things made long ago were better. It's not sterling or anything. So I see Pam in at that $10 bid. We need to see 12 or better, or we will call this down for Miss Pam. I was hoping someone would pick this cool piece up. Yeah, it is nice. So I see no other bids in the chat, so we will call this down for Denise. We're going to go once for that $10 bid. We're going to go twice. Final and last call. And we are sold to Miss Denise for $10, and it is lovely. It is older. It's vintage for sure. Congratulations, and your name goes into the drawing. Yeah, that's a nice one. It's vintage, things that were made back in the day were better than what we have today, unless you really pay out the wazoo for it. So grab a bag. Congratulations. Appreciate that. This goes to Miss Denise. Yeah, it's very substantially made, and it's just a well made. You can tell that, this one was made a long time ago. Alrighty then. I'm gonna have to get me a drink here, guys. My throat is dry. Alrighty then, since this was the first thing that I grabbed, we have this is an Emmons bracelet, and these are not acrylic, those are glass. And it is gold tone. It does have a fold over closure. There it says Emmons, which is going to be completely impossible for me to show. And this one is another small one. It's I can just about tell you what it is. So any of you ladies out there with a smaller wrist, this one is much like the one I just sold. It's an Emmons brand. It's made very well, ladies. You've got your little sparkly amber colored yellow. And this one is going to be 10 as well. Very nice bracelet. It is branded Emmons, which is a very good company. And this is what it looks like right there. You've got your salmon and green, and those are not acrylic. They're glass, I believe. Let me peck it and make for sure. Yeah. You can pretty much tell. But this is a pretty bracelet. It's just a small bracelet, guys. But it is a beauty. Very well constructed. There's your back. Right there. Just really well, it's not, things today are not constructed like this. They just aren't. So there's that. Another vintage beauty, so to speak. So there's that one. Shoot, guys, I don't know do we have people that love crosses? I have some right here. These are stainless steel, guys. I mean, they're not silver, but stainless will not turn. And Lenore loves crosses. And the chains are really nice. They're stainless steel. They're not silver, but as I was saying, stainless steel will not turn. Back was holding my grandson. You got a grandbaby, Leslie? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Those little grandbabies. And I've got a few here, guys, that are really nice, that are stainless steel. They're not silver, but I tell you what, they got some heft to them, and they're very nice. And let me get, here we go. Let me pop this new one open. And I've got 3 of them here, and they're very nice. I mean, they're not silver, but they are a name brand. And I'll tell you, let me get this display going. So let me get, let's see, where's my all-seeing eye here. And these can be either masculine or feminine, guys. These are by the company called Spartan, and it's, they're stainless steel. Let's show you one here, but they're all by Spartan. And like I said, these are not silver, they're stainless steel, and we all know that stainless steel will not turn you green. Let me get this to hold still. Just look at that beauty. It's got little, those are probably glass. But look how beautiful that is. And look what a luscious chain that is. And more than likely that is stainless steel as well, because it's heavy. Let me move it in a little bit closer. And that could be either male or female. And let's see here. And they're stainless steel. They're not silver. But hey, stainless steel is more durable than silver itself. And you can really see the little sparkle in that. It's really a beautiful cross. And we're going to blow these out, and we're going to do these $15 for choice. And we're just going to do a buy it now. And I'll go by, I've got 3 in total out here, and we'll go by who gets in there first. But they're all in really good condition. They're not silver, but stainless steel does not turn. We have number 1 here. Hey, Bruce and Dennis, good to see you. These are stainless steel. They do have a little bit of bling. I'll give you a measurement on the chain. And the chain is very well made, would make a nice gift because they're in that kind of condition. 11, 22 inches. And these are just beautiful. And they're like new, guys. Here's the back right here. And they're just beautiful. And here's the front right here. Look at the, and Minnie says 15. So I lost 5 pounds today. Dennis gave me a buzz haircut. All my hair is gone. Oh boy. Bruce has got a lot of hair. He really does. So I see Minnie in at 15, but I'm going to continue to show these because the Minnie, of course, will get the first choice. This one is black, so I'm going to show it like this. This one is black, and it is stainless steel, and it does have a little bit of bling on there. And they are by Spartan. So here's the back. And then here's your chain, which is very substantial. As you can see, there's number 2, and here. This one's pretty nice as well. It is by the same company, Spartan, and it just has that kind of a, it's kind of a woven texture in the middle of it. And these are all by Spartan. They are all, they're in great condition. So there's that one, and they are all Spartan. So I see Minnie in for 15. So she is going to get her choice of whichever one she wants, because she came in first. Well, she's the only one. And the chains are really nice. They're not going to, so we have 1, 2, and 3. So let's go black 1, this 2, and that 3. They are just really lovely. They are stainless steel. And like I said, stainless steel is very durable. The one in the middle has the bling on it. They're just really, really nice. So Minnie gets choice. If I don't, let me get them spread apart here. And they're just really heavy, nice, heavy crosses. In excellent condition. So Minnie, which one would you like? Which one or ones? Because you're in there. The one in the middle is very pretty. It's got that little bit of bling bling. And these are not light by any means. They do have some heft to them. They're made by good company. So there we have it. The black one is 1. The middle one is 2, and the one over here is 3. They're all very nice. So you want number 1, the black one for, whoops, wrong way. I'm getting it. You want the black one, Minnie? Number 1 for me. Hey, Kirsten, welcome in. Is you want the black one, Minnie? This one or the one with the bling bling? I can't tell what I'm doing, right? So the one in the middle is the one with the bling. Okay, Minnie wants the black one. And Minnie says to send number, did I put duh? And Minnie wants number 2 for Lenore, which was this one, the sparkly one. This one right here. Good Lord. So she wants the sparkly one for Lenore. So Lenore, you're getting this one here, which is very nice. So we are sold the black one and the one with the bling. These are Spartan. And we have one more left, which is this one, if anyone else might be interested in that. Good to see you, Kirsten. So we do have, I mean, they're made very well. And so we will put Minnie in there. Let me get these. And thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Let's see, that one's Minnie. These, you guys are going to really, they're really nice. I mean, they're well made and, you know, you can't beat it. And then we'll have the really sparkly one for Lenore from Minnie. Got to get my, this keeps me from rewatching the video. And congratulations, Lenore. This is really, it's really beautiful. Alrighty then. Then we'll put Minnie's name in the drawing for the $5 off. Let's get those in there twice. That was 2 purchases. And thank you guys for being here. And make sure you hit that thumbs up. And it really helps if you leave a comment when you can after the, it helps the algorithm. So Minnie is hitting that twice. I didn't think I was going to make it, guys, the way YouTube was acting up. I'm like, my daughter said, start it and restart it. I was about ready to lose it, but it worked. So let's move on to my footages. Aha. I know how you like your baskets. Yes, he is, Minnie. He's good to all of us, whether we realize it or not. There's so many things that we should really feel blessed about, like waking up in the morning and being able to get up and move around, where there's some people that don't have that. You know, we should really be thankful that, you know, that we're in good health and we get to enjoy our children and our grandchildren, and it's just really a blessing. You know, we're not here by chance. We're here because God put us here. I totally agree. And look at this beauty. Oh, dear me, how gorgeous. That's true, Pam. He sure does. And sometimes he really teaches us, and that's for sure. Look how beautiful that is. Is that beautiful or what? And I think it's lead crystal, guys. It is vintage. And I'll give you a measurement on it. We're looking at approximately about 10 inches, and then the width of the basket across is approximately 8. And it's just gorgeous. It is vintage. And I'll give you another look. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, have you ever seen anything lead crystal? It is just beautiful. And remember, of course, Easter is coming. When is Easter? Is it in April this year? I lost count. So it is gorgeous, and we're going to start this. I mean, it's nice and it's vintage, and I knew I took a picture of it. Let me see if I can dig you out more information on it. Sometimes the more you know, right? Let me pull this up real quick, and I can kind of pinpoint what you're looking at. Lead crystal, likely produced in Poland by Imperial Crystal. So we're talking about a really nice basket here, guys. I could see that used at any time of the year. So it's 9 inches tall and 8 inches wide and 5.5 inches deep. Approximate weight 3.5 to 3.7 pounds. So it's not a lightweight. And I'm going to start this at 18 because it's that good. So let's start this at 18. It is that good. I mean, it's just beautiful. Imagine this in anyone's living room or anything like that. It's just a beautiful old vintage produced in Poland by Imperial Crystal. So it is gorgeous, guys. It's pretty good sized. It's really a beautiful basket, just saying. There's that. Yeah, usually you can tell when they're old, dead giveaways, that right there on the bottom, but it is a beauty. If there is any interest in this one, it's just a really a beautiful basket. It's lead crystal. So we will pass on this one, but it is available. Anyone that's watching this that may want some of the things that have been passed on, my email is in my description, and you may contact me at any time, and we'll get you taken care of. So there's that one. Put this over here. So if those of you who like wine decanters, and Leslie said 18, she goes, I'm not letting that get by. So we have Leslie at that opening $18 bid, and I saw no other interest. So we're going to go once, we're going to go twice, final and last call. And it looks like Leslie is going to be the owner of the beautiful basket. Congratulations, because we are sold. Thank you so much. That is pretty. All right, what do we do with the tape? I'm going to set it inside. And Leslie, there again, goes swimming in there with everyone else. That is really a pretty basket, Leslie. That, I mean, the possibilities are endless on that. All right. I just got my testing solution today, and if this is silver and it weighs, where's my scale? I just got it. It came late this afternoon. I didn't have time to test it. If this thing's silver, it's worth it. Never seen such a detailed flowery basket. Yeah, back in the day, they usually did it right. Now, when they put something together, you know. But this one right here, if this, guys, if this is real, and I gotta test it, and I don't know if, look at that. If that's real, then Lord have mercy. I got my testing solution today. You got to kind of keep it. Oh my God. Guys, this necklace is 70.10 grams. Can you believe that? I haven't tested it yet, but this is something you want to test. 70.10 grams of silver. You wouldn't think that to look at it, but look at that. See the square? Yeah, that's a big one. So I'll have to test this, guys, before I make that call, because you don't want to sell some. It's got, of course, it does have Italy, but we'll see. That is a honking chain right there. So that will be for the testing. I just got that solution, and I was already running around trying to get caught up, and that's a heck of a chain there, guys. Like she's got that magnetic personality. Let's see here. What else did we have? I can't do that one until I find out whether or not it's silver or not. Let's see. I'll get my act together here in a minute, guys. It's just I got to pick and choose here. Where is that one necklace? Now, you want to see something breathtaking. This is breathtaking. And I believe it's Swarovski. Look at that. It's vintage. Look at that thing. Man, that's on fire. Isn't that beautiful? It's all costume, though. Okay, Pam, we'll be here. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? And I think it's Swarovski. I'll have to take a picture of it. It is, here's the back of it. It's a beautiful, stunning. I mean, this is an old one. I think this was a Swarovski one. I'm not for sure. I'll have to look this one up. But if not, it's just a gorgeous vintage necklace. Let's see if I see anything on here. Well, let's see. I have to take a quick picture, but this is old and it is beautiful. Man, if that was gold, we'd certainly be in the money, wouldn't we? But since it's not, I'm pretty sure it's not. Let's get a long shot of that. Me, I'm kind of the type of person that I like earrings that match, and kind of like got that matching thing going on there. Let's Google search it. I think it's Swarovski. If that is vintage gold tone tassel necklace associated with Miriam Haskell, it's not marked Miriam Haskell. Huh, if that's Miriam Haskell, we done hit the jackpot. Let's see. Holy moly. Vintage rhinestone fox pearl necklace. Well, that looks like the one. And you know what they're running that for? $131. Mercy. Now, if this was Miriam Haskell, I didn't see any marks on it. But man, is it impressive. Let's put it on here. It's beautiful. Because Miriam Haskell, I don't know if Miriam Haskell has unsigned pieces normally. Look how gorgeous that is. Normally, a Miriam Haskell is normally signed, but look at that. I may have to hold on to that one for further examination. Man, it does. I don't see any Miriam Haskell mark. That's what that is. But evidently, it must be something, or it wouldn't be listed for that amount. Let's visit that. Let's see. Treasures. This one has the earrings that go with it, though. Vintage rhinestone fox pearl necklace. I hate to let it go and it be something that according, of course, I don't have the earrings, but this is a rare find. And it mentioned Miriam Haskell, but it could have been wrong too. So I'm not really for sure here what I should sell this for. I know one thing, it's gorgeous. Well, it looks even better when it's turned the right way. But look at that. That is just amazing. Look at that. And it's costume all at the same time. So I would wait, research, not cheat yourself. That's true, because it is beautiful and it's listed with the earrings. And look at them stones. When it said Miriam Haskell, it got my attention, but that is beautiful. Isn't it gorgeous? We better look into this one, guys. It is. I saw Miriam Haskell and my ears went up like that, so it might be a better idea not to sell that until I really find out what we have. Let's see. You guys, I've got some more vintage. Oh, I was going to sell this, but I'll have to get my other vintage jewelry boxes are out there. That's what you on your night out with your honey. I tell you, we've spent a lot of nights on those properties. I know that, and we're still not done. So here we have, this is a really beautiful, this is old, and this is what amazed me. Look at the shape of the stopper that's on there. And I do believe that is original to the thing itself. And I did look this one up. Let's see here. Let's go back I've got another really beautiful one down here that really needs to go. Here, let me find. I know I took a picture of it. Where'd it go? I know I took a picture of that. Let's just do it again. Where did it go? Aha, there it is. I knew I'd find it eventually. Google search. So what we have here is a vintage decanter. Appears to be a clear pressed glass liqueur or wine vessel with a decorative pattern, often matching designs from the 1960s, such as Anchor Hawking, Medallion, or John Paul Jones patterns. So this is vintage pressed glass, and it is a decanter. And I just could not get over the stopper looking like that. You never see anything vintage with a stopper that looks that good. And I'm pretty sure it's the original one, but isn't it nice? So we're going to start this at 12, which is kind of crazy, but I'm going to start it at 12. It is a decanter. It is vintage. And there's the designing on that goes around the edge of that. There is your bottom. I was just really surprised about the cork being in such immaculate condition. And as you can see, that little stem that drops down even beyond that stopper. And Minnie said 12. She sees something she likes. So we have Minnie in at 12. Looking for 14 or better. We'll give it just a few minutes because of the lag. This pen does not work. Here's one. So I see Minnie in at that $12 bid. We'll give it a count for the lag. And then we will begin the countdown for Minnie for this beautiful bottle here. So we're going to go once to Minnie for that $12 bid. Going twice to Minnie for that $12 bid. Final and last call to Minnie for that $12 bid. And we are sold to Miss Minnie. What a beautiful bottle there. And she goes right. I'm getting good about this, guys. I ain't forgetting everything. There we go. I'm going to step off here, guys. There's some jewelry, other little jewelry boxes that I have that I'm going to, Lord knows I don't want to set anything in front of that. I'll be right back. And here we go. I got to be careful or I'll be step lightly. Remove some of these goodies in a spot where they won't get decimated. Let's see here. We'll put this one here. Got to keep these safe for you guys. You don't want any oops, I did it again moments. Let me move these. Better safe than sorry, right, ladies? Let's move this. Okay, let's set this down. We got more stuff than you can shake a stick at. All right, let's dig down into the goodness of this box. Uh-oh, look what we have. Why, it's another Gottinger jewelry box. And the lining is perfect. And this is an older one. This is also silver plated and magnificent, might I add. Look at the top of that. How gorgeous is that? So this, again, has some heft to it. And we are going to start this one just like we did the last one. And we're going to start this at 18. It's beautiful, guys. Gottinger is very well known for beautiful everything. I think the most beautiful Gottinger I ever had was that where I had the glass brush and the mirror, and Minnie got that one. Started at 18. Quality, quality, quality. And there is that. Just a beautiful, beautiful, and we'll give you a measurement on it. It's about 8 1/4 long, and it comes in about 4 inches across. It's just a beautiful representation of a vintage jewelry box, which is absolutely silver plated. Beautiful inside on that one. Don't see them with the insides that aren't decimated. Isn't it, Minnie? It's just a really fine representation. The other one was pretty as well, but it's just really beautiful. Just, you know, it's very much Gottinger because they do quality things. And the most beautiful thing that I had, like I said, I bought was a vanity set. And Denise Brown likes jewelry boxes, and I see her in at 18. There was a glass brush, a glass mirror, and a vanity tray, and Minnie got that, and that thing was, oh my God, it was to die for. So I see Denise Brown in at that $18 bid for a beautiful silver-plated Gottinger jewelry box, and immaculate. There's no dents. There's no dings. Of course, we do have a little bit of patina on there. Oh, yeah. So I see Denise at 18, and I see no other interest thus far. If so, we would have to see a $20 bid. So it looks like Denise is going to have a very nice jewelry box. If someone else does not come in, she will have this one as well. I mean, it's the shape of it. There's no dings or dents. So I see no other interest in the chat. Minnie said 20. So I talked her right into that. So I see Minnie at 20 looking for a $22 bid. Denise said 22. Really a beautiful. I mean, it's in excellent shape. We're at 22. Need to see 24 or better. Silver plated, gorgeousness. Thank you, Shellbell. Minnie is in at 24, looking for 26, and Denise is out. And thank you, Denise, for your bids. I appreciate that. So I see Minnie in at 24. This would be lovely anywhere you put it. So I see many at 24. I do not see any other bids in the chat. So we are going to call this down. Thank you, Sandra. It is a beauty. So we're going to call this down for Miss Minnie. So we're going to go once to Minnie for that $24 bid. We're going to go twice to Minnie. Final and last call. But look how the leaves even flow over the side and how symmetrical. Fair warning. And we are sold to Miss Minnie for that $24 bid. Enjoy it, Minnie. It's a beautiful Gottinger and very nice. Congratulations. And thank you again. Congratulations. And thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. I know there's other auctions going on. And I really appreciate your presence here. Still waiting on our cyclone. Think it's gone. Oh my gosh. I hope you don't get no cyclone. That's serious business. Sandra, don't you live in Australia? I thought. Ouch. And another beauty that will be leaving Las Vegas or Indiana, so to speak. Okay, let's put this in a spot. Let me move this. I don't want to block that modem or we will have problems for sure. Alrighty then, moving on. So let me get a picture. We've got another little small one, and let me take a picture of this. I'm pretty sure that it is silver plated, but we don't want to make a claim and it not be right. So let me take a picture of it. It is smaller in stature, but still very beautiful. So let's get a quick picture of this one, guys. I don't see a sticker. Hey, Ellie, welcome in. I don't see any stickers on the bottom, so we'll just take a little look-see. Good to see you, Ellie, and welcome in, sweetie. Let's just have a little look-see to see if I'm thinking that this is probably another Gottinger, but we will converge with Google to make sure. Oh, dear me, this is more than that. Well, it's not silver, but it is silver plated and it is vintage, often identified as a Davco Silver Ltd product. So this is from Davco. So I was thinking it might have been Gottinger, but see, it pays to. So here we have it. This one is according to this is a Davco Silver Ltd. And it is smaller, but it is silver plated. It does still have a very nice look to it. So this one is smaller. Here's the inside of it, which is dark. Usually most of them are red or burgundy, but this one is black on the inside. And I will give you a measurement on it. Still very nice silver plate. It looks like it's almost 3.5 inches. And the depth of it is about 1.5 inches. It's still nice. So we are going to start this at 10 because I believe it's worth it because of what it is. a very nice little, my head is, it's killing my head. Excuse me. I hate to look like I'm scratching like a dog, but I had to get that off of there. Squeezing my brain. So there we have this one for 10. It's still silver plated. It's still a great deal. It is a Davco is what it is. Silver plated. Just a nice little small little box there. However, there's no markings on the back to speak of at all, but we do know what it is. So I see Minnie in at that $10 bid. So we need to see 12 or better, but it is a beauty. Even though it is small, it would be a nice presentation box for a gift, really, and very, very nice. And Ellie said 12. And there she goes. We have a bid of $12. Need to see 14 or better. She is beautiful. So I see Ellie in at that $12 bid. Need to see 14 or better. It is silver plated. It is Davco silver is what it is. So we're going to give it just a few minutes to see if there's any other bids that are coming in. And Minnie said 14. So we have a $14 bid looking for 16. It's in really good shape. There's no dents or dings on this. There's your bottom right there. We have Minnie at 14 looking for 16. Just a really beautiful little box there. I've never heard of Davco. Guess it's a long time ago thing. So we're still, and Ellie is out to Minnie, and thank you, Ellie, for your bids. So we're going to go once to Minnie for her $14 bid. We're going to go twice. She probably wants to, it kind of ties in with the one she bought, going twice, the bigger one. Final and last call. And it looks like Minnie is going to get another one. I do think it would be a nice accompaniment with the one that you just got. And guess what, Minnie? She's like, oh no. This was inside of this, and you will be getting that as well. I don't know what kind of stone that is, but you will be getting this lovely, I don't know what kind it is, but that will come with it. If anyone out there knows what that is, there was a heart inside of that, and it goes right back in there, and it goes to Minnie at 14. Congratulations, and back in you go. It's some kind of stone. I'm not for sure what it is, but it was already in there, so far be it from me to, the Minnie goes right in the, and congratulations. Okay. It was in there, so I just slipped it out while the bidding was going on, and whoever would have won the bid would have gotten it because it was already in there. Congratulations. That'll be a beautiful addition with your other one over here. Good job. Let's see here. Voila. Now, this one does have some condition issues to it. As you can see, let me back it up a little bit. There are condition issues on there, but it's a rep rosé, guys. It looks like a lady and a man, and there's a dog in the corner, and it is footed, and here's your bottom. But I believe it's a Rep Rose, and look how gorgeous that thing is. So if you like that footed look, of course, you know, most of it, the top of it, got the short end of the stick. And I'm pretty sure it's a Rep Rose. And look how beautiful the inside of that thing is. Just lovely, minus that glitter. Usually with your older boxes, that usually the lining is really bad on them. Let me look this one real quick. But I believe it's a Rep Rose. Yeah, it's unreal because a lot of these with age comes deterioration on a lot of stuff. So it's usually pretty banged up, or we have dry rotting or something going on, but not this one. This one's pretty spectacular. And I will give you the stats on that. Oh my goodness, this is another silver plated Rep Rose trinket box. Mm-mm-mm. And it says, often featuring Art Nouveau or Rococo style designs of pastoral scenes, cherubs, or mythological figures. It is silver plated, Art Nouveau or French Rococo style, and it's used as a decorative jewelry box or trinket container, and it's frequently lined with velvet or silk, which that is velvet. This is a Rep Rose. That's that fancy. That's that fancy word. Lenore's like, no, but like I said, we do have some condition issues. You know, this is quite common on pieces where you have things that stand out, like the arms and stuff like that. Isn't that gorgeous? The Rep Rose is definitely French. This is silver plated as well, and we're going to start this at 18. It's just really a beautiful vintage little box here that has a dog on it. It's killer, guys. I'm telling you, that Rep Rose, that French word, makes it sound really enticing, but we do have a little, and a lot of times when you have silver plate, guys, it's either copper or some kind of metal. And Lenore says, gimme, gimme, gimme. So Lenore is in for 18. And she's a beauty. I mean, this is just way beyond. So I see Lenore in for that $18 bid. We do have some condition issues, but we're old. So I see no other interest. So we're going to start calling this down for Lenore. Yes, Lenore is definitely in there. So happy. And so we're going to go once to Lenore for this Rep Rose. That even sounds fancy. We're going to go twice to Lenore. Final and last call. And it looks like Lenore has got her a Rep Rose. And congratulations, we are sold, sold, sold. Congratulations, sweetie. That's pretty stunning. That is stunning. And Ellie said, nope, stop there to bill her for Lenore's jewelry box. And how sweet are you, Ellie? Thank you so much. So Bill Ellie. Aw. Gift alert. That is nice. And yes, you do go in, and because we have such lovely gifting people in the chat, you're both going to get a shot at that $5 off. And if Lenore wins it, she gets to hold it over. So both of your names are going in there. How nice. And if Lenore gets it, then she'll have a $5 off credit. Because that's how we do it up in here, right, ladies? That is how we do it. Congratulations, Lenore. Oh, that now Ellie is a sweetheart. That's just amazing. And again, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. You guys are great. All right. We're going to kind of break this up a little bit. Yes, because Lenore does a lot of things for a lot of people, and she's always there, like the commercial, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there, like a good neighbor. Lenore is there. And she really is, and she's such a blessing to us guys. If we think about it, she's just always there for us, and doesn't get any better than that, does it, ladies? We really appreciate Lenore. She's a sweetie. All right. She is 1 in a million, guys. All right. Whoops. Uh-oh. This is a Murano glass swan figurine crafted in Italy using this summer sew technique. I guess that's what the technique is. So we are looking at Murano glass swan. Evidently it has no sticker, but that's what it is. It identifies that. Authentic pieces are handmade in artisan workshops on Murano Island and in Venice, Italy. So, and from what I can tell, it comes from the 1950s. And man, they got some high prices on this stuff. It's beautiful, and it's Murano glass. And look at the beak. Yes, she does a lot of things, and she gives of her time. She really does. Look at that beak. Now that is a beak for sure. So we have a Murano glass. I just imagine the tag that was on the bottom is long gone. And it is a beauty. And there's a frontal view. There's a side view. How majestic is that? And it makes a good paperweight, and it's just beautiful. And for those who collect Murano glass, you can't beat it. So we're going to start this. We'll have to start this one at 15 because of what it is. No chips, no cracks. I have two of, yes, I remember you sharing some things like that, Ellie. We do have, it looks like we have a bubble right there, down in there, right in there. And he just has a very sharp beak, and that's a pretty good price for for what he is. And, there's craftsmanship in there and all that good stuff. There's his profile. Man, he's got a beak and a half, doesn't he? And nothing's wrong with it, guys. So I see Minnie in at 15. He or she, it's a swan. So I guess there can be male swans as well. So I see Minnie in at that $15 bid for this beautiful Murano glass swan. So we need to see 17 or better. If there's any other interest, very graceful. Indeed, there's the back side right there. And it's just, it's a good price. So I see Minnie in for $15 for this very what I call flowing bird, and he is beautiful. So we'll give it just a few minutes before we begin the call down on this beautiful swan. So I do not see any other interest in the chat, so we are going to start calling this down for Miss Minnie. Well, I sit here blabbing and didn't even tell you how big it was. It measures about 7 inches across and about 5 inches from bottom. 5 inches. That is not 5 inches. Let me sit him right here. I'm going across his back, and I guess it's about 4.5. And I see no other interest, so we're going to start calling this beautiful bird down for Minnie. So we're going to go once to Minnie for that $15 bid. Going twice. Final and last call. And it looks like we are sold to Minnie for this beautiful Murano glass piece in pristine condition. Even usually, guys, if they're roughed around the little nose, and we are sold to Minnie. Usually the little tips are broken, not on this one. This one's in great condition. And congratulations, Minnie. That is so pretty. So $15 and sold, and congratulations. Let me write you down to go into the bowl here. Let's see. Alrighty then, we're going to switch back and forth here, ladies. Let's see if I can find... Let me see. Okay, we got a couple more. They're not as fancy as the 3 past ones, but they're older. Okay, if usually when I do it, I usually try to get it complete by at least Sunday so that everything can go out on Monday. If you want yours sooner, Pam, just let me know and I will put you right in the front of the line if you so choose. So it's up to you. Okay. Yeah, because when I wrap a lot of this stuff, I never do it haphazardly because if you do, you're asking for trouble. And a lot of these delicate pieces, it takes, you got to have a game plan, because I'm telling you, that post office can be hazardous as heck on glass, you know. Oh, we have a musical one, guys. They can really try my patience. Okay, Pam, good deal. This one's a Japan and it's musical. Let me wind her up and see if it works. Whoops. Isn't that pretty? I know, Ellie, because that post office, talking about wanting to go postal, you know, I could understand it if I did not protect it, but my God, you know, packages aren't made to shoot like a push or throw like a field goal. What is that? What do they call that? What's that? Name that tune. It's so common, and I tell you, I can't remember what they call that, but it's alrighty then. This one's not as probably not as fantastic as the other ones were, but hey, it's beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? I forgot what it's called. Doesn't that drive you absolutely crazy when a tune is so familiar and you can't think of it, and you stay awake at night? Oh, Eureka! I forgot. Been married on long ago. Yeah, it's the most common tune, but I swear I cannot think of it. Okay, this is a vintage. Here's how you spell it. Ormolu is how, or Molu casket or trinket box, often featuring intricate gold-plated brass filigree, which makes sense, and a velvet-lined interior with ornate feet. There's the feet. Historically used on vanities or dressers to store jewelry, hairpins, or other small personal items. Let's see. Or Maloo, who knows? Skip to Maloo or Maloo or whatever. Let's see what it's saying about it. Okay, it's Pierce. That's not the one. But anyway, that's what it is, and it is vintage. It is musical. There are some condition issues on it where it's darkened a little bit. But all in all, it is really a beautiful. See, you dip it down and it has all that work right there. Made in Japan right there on the back. Love, you're going to hear this again. And there's your Lord have mercy, tear it up. And there's your inside. And look, there's your box there. Isn't it pretty, Ellie? It is so lovely. It's vintage. Well, I guess we're going to start this at, let's just do 15 on this one. It is an old one. These are a lot of these guys are long gone or they're in such bad. Now, this one does have a little bit of condition issue right there, but all in all, she's a beauty. And there's your top right there. And Ellie said, absolutely 15. Isn't it beautiful? And it seems like grapes are the order of the day. Beautiful gold tone, but for its age, it's held up pretty well. But I can't get over the condition. That is driving me crazy. I can't think of that tune. So we have Ellie in at that $15 bid. She likes it, and I don't blame her. There, we open the lid. So I see Ellie in at 15, looking for 17 or better. Or Ellie's going to get this one. So what is that funny marking in front of you guys? I only see it in certain comments. It's like something in an A. Like looks kind of like Chinese or something. Remember that tune from some kind of music box my mom had in her antique shop, and I used to play with it over and over. That's driving me crazy. I recognize it, but shoot, I don't know. So I see Ellie in at that $15 bid. Seeing no other interest in the chat, we are going to start calling this down for Ellie. So we're going to go once to Ellie for her $15 bid. Going twice. Final and last call. And we are sold to Miss Ellie for 15, and you get to take a dip in the bowl with everybody else. So, congratulations. That's a pretty one, too. And you're going to go right into the pool with the rest of the people. Okay. We're going to switch gears again, and we're going to go to something else because I think you guys might get a kick out of it. I'm thinking Unchained Melody, but I know I'm wrong. It's not that. So I know you guys had to have gotten a kick out of this because it was in a short. Let me put something behind it so you can see it. And it says, finally, a wine glass that fits my needs. And then look at the top. So I guess you fill that up and you drink it out of that, but you got a complete bottle of it right there. Finally, a wine glass that fits my needs. You guys ever had one of those days where you felt like that? This is kind of a novelty thing. It's by, of all things, Big Mouth. Yes, we do. It says Big Mouth. Whoops. Patent pending. So I don't remember what I paid for this. So we're going to put this up for $10 because it's so much fun. It is just too much fun. But it is, I mean, it would be a good. And hello, Beth. And we're going to start, we're just going to do a buy it now of 10. Because it's cute and it's, I believe it's brand new. So for those of you that are getting sick and tired of filling that wine glass, if you get one of these, you never have to worry about it. It's all attached. Can you imagine going in somewhere and seeing someone sitting with this, and you just kind of like, or they just about have to hold it like that. But isn't that hilarious? So you would never run out. No more getting up in the middle of something to fill it, of course. How long it takes for you to remain in a standing position after drinking that much. I bet that would hold at least, what, 10, 12 ounces? And many said 10. We have many in at 10. I guess you'd have to hold it like that because it'd be too heavy to hold it like that. So I see many in at that $10 bid. And it was a buy it now, so Minnie has got that. $10, and there we go. We go right back into the mix here. When the person comes in with deep pockets, you can flip it over and shout, "You were drinking that or your birthday today." Oh my goodness. That's fun. I thought it was cute. I really did. It's very original. It's just one of those little novelty doodads. Well, I'm glad I got that YouTube thing straightened out because it was just it was just crazy. So, a good commercial. Do you ever get tired getting up to refill your wine glass? Well, never again, because we've got the solution. You will never have to get up again. And when you do get up, you may not be able to get up. I'll put that back there. I thought that was just the cat's meow. Beth, is it your birthday? Is it Beth's birthday today? Is it your birthday, Beth? They say confession's good for the soul. It's her birthday. Well, you get the birthday bear. Now we've christened her. Now that we have christened her correctly, the old birthday bear was right over there where I could get a hold of it. Hey, Sunray, welcome in. Isn't that a cute? I bought that at an auction. Now Beth has been properly roasted for her birthday. Good to see you, Sunray. I'm glad you're here. Oh my goodness. Oh, the birthday bear is he's always there. I wonder why that's like that. Let me get a shot of that. I thought it was neat the way, I don't know if that's silver. Let me get a picture of this jewelry box. Man, it looks like it could be silver plated. I'm not for sure. Let's see here if this is what I think it is. Oh, vintage square, silver plated. Another silver plated beauty that has patina that needs to be cleaned. Japan jewelry box, vintage. Man, we got some patina going on in this one, guys, because it's silver plated. But here's this one here. Look at the patina on that thing. Made in Japan, an ornate filigree floral pattern on the lid with a red background under the metal work. Metal cast and plated with silver. And that's why the patina is on there, guys. But I still think it's nice. Well, thank you, Sunray. I really appreciate that. I had a time getting online because I had to turn my laptop on and off because it wouldn't let me come on. I about lost it. I'm like, ugh. I said, I don't need any problems from YouTube. And it's silver plated, and that's why there's patina, because of the age. Oh, okay. I know. Ugh. It just makes you want to yank your hair out. So, this is an old one. It's made in Japan. It is silver plated. It does have patina because it's old as the hills. However old the hills are. I know it just makes you want to jump up and down and scream and holler and throw a fit. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and put this one up. Guys, this does have patina to it. It's really rough on the bottom part. That's patina because it's silver plated. But all in all, I think it's kind of pretty as we move around there. The top is the most it could use. Maybe you could clean it. But there's your top, and it is silver plated. And you have the nice rose there. And inside, it looks really nice. I don't know why the inside stayed nice while the outside really, well, that's how silver plate does. And when it's old, I haven't attempted to do anything to this, guys. And I know it looks rough, but it's old. You got to take that in consideration. It's about 3¼ inches long. And it's on the same wide, and it isn't, the shape is not that good. It's not bad. Let's see, Para Elsa is a song of the music box. Finally remembered it. Para Elsa. So, it's not in the best of shape, but it is silver plated. It is pretty, and let me get it to focus. That's what it looks like. It's like me. I'm old, but I still got a little bit of pretty left on me. There you go. Sometimes you have to see beyond the, let's see. Let's start this one. This is crazy because this is old. Let's start this one at, yeah, we always got, it could always be worse, right? Let's do this for $8 because of the condition issue. I might be crazy, but it's begging for a new home. It's saying there might be a little patina on the bottom, but don't let that fool you about what's inside, right? It's just really an old one. Let me get it to focus. I couldn't believe the inside was so, oh, excuse me. but it's footed. It's kind of cute. But there's that one. It's not perfect, but it is a Japan. Ellie's matches the inside of the other box. And it is a Japan instead of China, which is right over in the corner there, if you can see that. But there's that one. Let's see if we can dig another one out of here. Okay, it's time to bring. Now, these, I have never seen anything quite like these. These are old guys. These are like barware. Notice the ombre effect on that and that right there. And then you got the gold rim, and then the bottom is kind of clear, but there are just some real tiny condition issues on these, and I have two of them, and one is bigger than the other, and these are barware. The reason why it's pinched in like that, because it traps the ice from getting out into the, the falling into the glass, and that's why they're shaped like that. And then what the heck, $8. Well, it looks like Ellie's gonna get another oldie but a goodie, so we're gonna call this down for Ellie. Let me reach around here. These are so different. Even my husband had to say something about it. So we're gonna just call this down for Ellie. There were no other bids. We're gonna go once, twice, and welcome in Clayton. Okay, we will. Clayton had a scan on his liver. Please be praying for me, and my test was bad. Oh my goodness, Clayton. We sure will. You're welcome, and we're sold to Miss Ellie. Lenore, would you drop my? I have a fatty liver. Would you drop my? Bye, Sunray, and thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Could you drop my second channel, Lenore, Genuinely Gina, because it is biblically based, and I think it would do. Clayton would really, and especially in this time, would probably enjoy being in the chat. So if you would drop my Genuinely Gina. We sure will, Clayton, because that is really scary. It really is. And we will be. I hate to hear that. Cancer is a horrible thing, guys. And it's just, we just never know, guys. And if we're good and healthy and we can get out of the bed in the morning, and thank you, Lenore, that is my second channel. And Clayton, if you would like to be there, I have it every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. We would love to have you there. We're really supportive people, and we know people go through a lot, and I think you would enjoy being in the chat. And I know when we get a diagnosis like that, it really just, it changes everything. And I'm just praying that that'll be gone. And Sandra said, I cleared mine up on carnivore diet, kidneys repairing too. Well, I think a lot of times the way that we eat and the things that they put in food is just, I don't think it's good for us. It really, all the preservatives and Pam said, my son has inoperable cancer, and learned from him that it's a blessing to know anyone. That's true. And I think a lot of times our diets, And even some of the things that they're putting in our food to preserve it, I believe could have a lot to do with so many people getting cancer because, you figure the things they put in our food, if we really knew what was in our food, it'd scare us to death. It would be, we would be paranoid. But we will be praying for you, Clayton. I know you never drink or smoke. That's good. Yeah, that's a good idea. If carnivore is really has some, not only does it reduce your body, you can lose a lot of weight doing it. And then when you lose the weight, that cuts down on things like diabetes, which is bad, and it runs in a lot of people's family. It really does. And I tell you, there's nothing like hearing a diagnosis of something like that to really change. Hey, Leslie, welcome in. It's good to see you, sweetie. And Sandra said, I had only 26% kidney function 6 months ago. Just got a normal screen 2 weeks ago. Awesome, awesome, Sandra. It's once we need to do what's best for our health. And once we decide that, once we are scared enough, that can definitely make us really change the way we eat and things like that. And good for you, Sandra. That is awesome. That's great. I mean, and another thing, doctors are, they're good. We need doctors, and there's Blue Rose Lady. Welcome in. We need doctors, but they're not always right. Sometimes we can cure a lot of things through the way we eat and, and stuff like that, because Lord knows the things that's in a lot of this food, if we really knew what was in it. I'm so stoked medicines for my spine cause mine. Oh my goodness. By grace, I am super stoked you're being this, Sandra. That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, it's just, I tell you, we don't really, with our health, we need to really be thankful for it because, if you're healthy, you have everything really, when you have your health, you may not be rolling in money, but at least you have your health and you're able to, have the basic needs, then, So, man, do I have a hot look at these. And these are absolutely, let me look these up. This is ombre. You can see it starts down. Let me dim this light. And even my husband commented on how neat these were. Let me find my, good Lord. Move that down and cut it off. Good Lord, I'm going to have it flash in every color. Okay, this is, maybe you can see it better. Look at that yellow, and it's ombre, and it starts dark, and it goes up, and it fades out. I do cheat occasionally, but 90% of the time I'm strict beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Well, shoot, we're all human, we deserve that cookie or that pudding or that ice cream or whatever, because especially after we've been good, nothing wrong with that. That way you don't feel like you're so deprived, and that could happen. So let me go and look on these because I took a picture. Made bacon and egg sandwiches today. Now hungry for more thanks to you. Oh, you guys crack me up. It does take mind conditioning. You know, you have to make your mind up. Hey, I'm gonna not eat the way. So here we have. I've never seen a cave drawing of a salad on a cave wall. No, me neither. And if you do find one, it's probably fake. But anyway, I have. This is called mid-century modern yellow Blendo glass pitcher, likely pronounced produced by the West Virginia Glass Company during the 1950s or 60s. Of course, it is ombre, commonly used for serving lemonade, iced tea, or cocktails. Highly collectible, fitting with mid-century modern or retro decor styles. So I not only have one, I have two of them, and one's bigger than the other. So, and I see the prices all over. These are old, guys. Just look at that, how that's made. That is something else. I did not, Leslie. I didn't look directly at you. I was just putting that out there. I get a butcher box delivered every month, packed full of steaks. I love my red meat. I'll make a good steak too. I said cocktails. Good for you. Yeah, I like a good steak myself. So I not only have one, I have two. So I decided that anybody that would want one of these would want two as well because they're kind of like a set. One's bigger than the other. And you do have that ombre. Of course, the yellow is much brighter in person. And there's your bottom. But look at that. I mean, is that, you'd be definitely styling with these on your, I mean, with your choice of, good Lord. Gee. They're all over the board, guys. So, should I break up the set? Should I break up the set and sell separately, or should I sell these together? Is there any interest? They are, even my husband commented on how different these are. And this is like this to trap the ice from coming out. And they're Blendo glass. Have you ever heard of Blendo? So should I sell them separately or together as a set? Because I can see them, and they're mid-century modern. I see them selling all over the place because they're hard to get a hold. Many said together. So let me give you a measurement so you'll know exactly what it is. But they are fantastic. The yellow is more vibrant in person, guys. Okay, we're looking at almost 12 inches, just a few marks off. And this is the larger one. And just, you can tell they're old by that. No wonder Angeles Coast shines like it does. So, and this one is 9.5, but the yellow is much more vibrant in person. And you could serve, of course, there are a few little places where there's a little spot or two, but for the age of them, that is not a biggie. Decision time. Yeah, it does. It's more vibrant in person. So if I'm going to let the two of them go, it's we'll do this. This is a killer price. I am going to start the two. Okay, Minnie. Okay. Guess what, Leslie? This is your night, honey. Because Minnie has gifted you, Leslie, this pen really stinks. And I'll show it to you. You might have saw it. And look what you are getting. You ever get tired of getting up to refill your wine glass, or maybe you have your wine beside you? Well, now with this handy dandy little thing, all worries are over with because you finally found a wine glass that fits your needs. There you go. That's it. And this is what it looks like. So, man, that could hold it. That's by, of all things, Big Mouth. No, no pun intended. But yeah, there you go. Finally, a wine glass that fits my needs. What was your other? Could you drop that for him again? And that goes to Leslie. And Minnie is a sweetheart, so you will be getting that. I just thought it was amazing. When I seen it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like an entire portion, entire bottle, and congratulations. Yeah, that is definitely novelty for Vintage and Vino. I can't wait. Oh my gosh. You'll be, see, you could just pour it in there. And of course, if you drink all of it, getting up may be a problem. No, I'm kidding. I just love to tease. She knows I'm teasing her. It's in my nature. So, some lucky person. Let me move this over to the side. I think this is well worth it. It might be low, but I know what I paid for it. Well, dummy, click your. All right. All right, we're going to do both of them at 35 for both. Boom, start bid. And if you would see what these things sell for online, mercy. It's a Blendo. Thank you, Clayton. I appreciate that. And I think that with what you're going through, you would really. And Minnie said, I'm not even going to think about it. I'm bidding 35 because they're coming home to mama, right? So I see Minnie in at 35, and that's a great deal because can foresee even the smaller ones selling for more than that. So I see Minnie at 35, looking for 37 or better. I do it. I'll be on there Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Clayton, and we'd be glad to have you. Aren't they? Look, you get the big version, and these are old, and for that to be that good is unheard of. It's kind of like an ombre. You don't see it. Usually they're scratched up. So I see Minnie in at that $35 bid. I see no other interest out there. So we're going to call these down for Minnie. These are something else now. And the shape of them, shoot. I have never, even my husband complimented me about those. So we're going to go once to Minnie. Going twice. Final and last call. there you go. And it looks like Minnie is going to take home the gold for $35. Congratulations, Minnie, because one of these sell for at least 40 by itself. And you got times two. This makes a beautiful, gorgeous. I had to pick them up, and congratulations. I had to get them. I said that I had never seen anything like that. Congratulations, and thank you guys for being here. Man, I thought I was going to have to. Finally, I don't know what it was, but I survived and got through it. Oh, the perils of YouTube, and if you don't cuss, you will be by the time you're finished. So there we go. Minnie, I will put these safely right over here. I just couldn't believe it. It just didn't make sense. But I didn't care because they were so darn pretty that I didn't care. That's a gorgeous set. I mean, it boggles my mind that something like that would be in that good a shape. Whew. How are we going to top that? Now, okay, guys, this will be next. I've had this bottle for way too long, and it's not one of those cheap ones, as you can tell. There's your bottom, and it is just beautiful. It's vintage. Here is the stopper, and the stopper is glass as well, so that's a really good indicator of what we're looking at here. Here's the top of it. Extremely vintage. It's got to go because you can't keep it all. So I'll give you a measurement first on it. I got to have things everywhere. I done lost everything. So we're looking at 12 inches, and this is vintage, and it has a name to it. Beautiful glass. You can tell that's glass. And I'm going to start this at 18 because that's insane, but it is a beautiful, beautiful collectible bottle. Let me get you a little more information. You don't see them like this. Not with that right there. That does not happen. Stick that back on. And since I made a picture, let's go ahead and get a picture of it. It's a beauty now. It really is. Let's go in here and take a look. Yeah, I'm telling you, how we get a fatty liver is it's the food. Oh yeah, I think the food with all the preservatives and all the food, all the good food is bad for you, if that makes any sense. So wait a minute. I remember I went and had blood work done, and my potassium was really high, and I knew why. Okay, this is cut crystal or lead glass. And it is a vintage etched glass decanter. But it is beautiful, and you don't find them like this just anywhere, because I see them listed for big money in here. But hey, you can't always take it with you, right? Yeah, all the stuff that's good for you is bad for you, like ice cream and potato chips and cookies, and what else? Sooner or later, we're all going to be deprived of something for our health. But isn't that beautiful? It's gorgeous. Got a big, nice thing on it right there. So there is that one. If there's any interest later on, you can contact me at my email, which is in the description on my channel. And if you collect beautiful bottles like this, then this may be one that you may want to add to your collection. Now, okay, let's keep moving here. Let me see. Aha. Anyone in the mood for gold? Okay, looks like a piece, Judy. Minnie wants it at 18. So it looks like we're going to go once to Minnie. We're going to go twice to Minnie. Thank you. Final and last call. And we are sold to Minnie, and Minnie goes right down in the that's a good price on that, because them things are expensive. They are expensive. Let's see. Wait till you get those ombre pictures home. You're going to think, oh my God, how did something that old remain that nice? Hey, Ivy, welcome in. Good to see you, sweetie. Good to see you. Congratulations, Minnie. Man, I'm getting treated by all kinds of people tonight. Wonderful. Okay. Grandson bartender, he collects all types. Oh, he's going to love it, Minnie. It is spectacular. He's going to say, wow, Nanny, what a beautiful bottle that is. So I have some 14 karat gold, yellow gold, little studs. Well, there's one smaller than the other. And I'd almost have to weigh them because I have a bigger set. I have a larger set and a smaller set, and they're from Chiffrins, which is a very old jewelry company. And 14 karat yellow gold, so I will have to weigh them. What do you know? So we can get a price. So I'll show them to you. And these are gold. And I have a larger pair and a smaller pair. And they are gold, both of them, for those who like a simple stud earring. So we will get the weight on those, because sometimes weight does make a difference. So this is 0.17 on the little ones. So there's not a lot of gold there, but they are gold. The backs and the post, the earring and the backs as well. And they're from Chiffrin Jewelers, which is an old company. They are in their original boxes. Yeah, if you just want, a lot of people have multiple piercings where they like to graduate their earrings down in a row, and these are not going to turn your ears green unless you are allergic to gold. And some people are. So I have two pairs, and the back is so extremely tiny. All right. So pair number two is 0.28 ounces. So what to do? What to do? Ounce of, last I checked, gold is still at an all-time high. So here's the question. And I believe these are solid, so they're not. So here we go. Who isn't complete? So we have two here. One is smaller than the other. They are both gold 14K, or make for sure. Can't even remember what I said. 14K. They're both 14K in the boxes. So thinking about what gold is selling for. So let's do this. Let's go 20. This may be a little cheap. We'll go 25 on the small ones, and the bigger ones will go 40 on the bigger ones. 25 and 40, because they are solid gold. They have the backs that might be cheap. They are from Schifrin's Jewelry, not that that matters. So let's see, 25 and 40 on these, if there's any interest. I mean, these are gold backs and the earrings themselves. And we know gold's not cheap, and especially if you walk into a jewelry store, you're going to really find that out really quick. Put this back. And we have two pair. Back it up a little bit. But I felt like that was a fair. Yes. This is 40 and this is 25. Yeah. Since we're dealing with a much larger one right there, and they are solid gold. And she said she'll take both of them. Good girl. They are in the box. All right. That was a good deal. It really was. So it's a total of 65. We're sold to Leslie, going once, going twice. Final and last call. And it looks like we are sold to Miss Leslie. Congratulations. And we are sold, and they come to you in a Schifrin. Are you impressed by this Schifrin box? And they are coming to you in their box. Congratulations. Well, I look at it like this. these came out of one of the inherited houses, and they didn't cost me Zippo. So why not? They're really nice to, like, if you have multiple piercings, to start out with the small and then the bigger one. You're welcome. That is yours. Wow, it's been quite the night, hasn't it? I'll put this over here so I will know where it's at. So, next up, this is a vintage apothecary jar. There's your bottom. This is a little different because it's square and it is vintage and it is amber colored. They call it apothecary. I have multiple. I am trying to open more that used to be there. Yeah, that's a good start, especially if you start out with, with gold. You can't go wrong with that. And there's your bottom. Yeah, I've got some in mine, and it seems like when you pierce them, like in a certain spot, it's so sensitive, and it's like you put that in there, about an hour later, your ear's going like that. But this is a very nice vintage apothecary jar. There's your lid. Remember back in the day when our siblings would pierce our ears and they'd put a potato behind there? Bye, everybody. I just have to go right now, but I wanted to pop up and say hi to everyone. So have a good sale, Gina, and have fun, everybody. And thank you for stopping in, Blue Rose Lady. Appreciate that. And Leslie said she pierced all of her own, and you can actually hear it going through the different layers of skin. A lot of times people use self piercers. Now that's misery. Why use something that goes through and hurts all that time when you can just pierce it yourself? Thank you for coming in, Blue Rose Lady. When you can just pierce it yourself and be done with it. But yeah, I can remember I have 3 piercings in a row. Third one, my doctor friend blew up on me, says if infection sets in, it's going to go straight to your brain. You always a worry wart. Oh, wow. Yeah, if you get your ear numb enough, you're not going to feel it. And you can hear it pop through those different layers. I remember I had Shannon's ears pierced when she was about 3. And we was in the Walmart, and I took her over. My husband didn't know anything about it, and I had him done, and he, how hyper and overly excited men get about that, but I had hers done. If you have them done when they're a little younger, they don't fool with them. I told him that's good for I don't have a brain. You should have seen his face. He probably thought, did she just say that to me? But anyway, this is really cool, and it's considered an apothecary jar with a lid. So we're going to start this one at $10. Let me give you a measurement on it. See, from top to bottom, it is, about 10 inches altogether. It's considered an apothecary jar. I love apothecary jars. You don't have any in blue or green, do you? I sure don't. I found them in clear before, but never in green or blue. I have to keep my eye out. I usually try to get the colors of glass because I know that a lot of you guys like the colors of glass, and I really don't blame you. Okay, guys, I'm about to pop out something really expensive here. Now, look at that. Let me get it to balance. Look at that. That is really cool. And this is a very high ticket item. Look at that. Let me move it in. The bubble is intentional. It is a paperweight. Here is the back of it. Ellie, it's something far more. I love the. Okay. I'll tell you what this is because I took a picture of it because I wasn't for sure what it was, but I'm about ready to tell you. Okay, let me go into it's I was surprised when I saw the what this goes for. Let's see here. There it is. Search image. Alrighty then. Okay, this is another name that I'm going to mess up on because I can't pronounce it, but this is a signed Robert Eckholt art glass paperweight. The artist is Robert Eickhlt. Abstract internal design with vibrant shades of blue and turquoise. Let's see. These handmade studio art glass pieces were produced in the USA with notable pieces dated between 1982 and 2008. And you are not going to believe what these sell for. Yes. This is I'm looking at $200, $125. Good Lord. Wow. But I thought, well, I had no idea what this thing was worth, but it's an expensive. Let me click on this. But just check out the way they've intentionally bubbled that. And that's what it is. Let me visit that and look at the little dots. Let's see. Modern design, cobalt blue. Excellent condition. Let's see. This is from 2000. It's modern in design. Guys, we might have to. Eckholt Glass was founded in 1978 in Columbus, Ohio. Wow. They were known for their modern, distinctive designs, one-of-a-kind pieces, and use of cobalt and metals in art. Glass artist Robert Eckholt announced in May 2013 that he was retired. Oh gosh, guys, you know what this sells for? This lists for like $200, and I'm not kidding. Modern, but just the what this is crazy. I'll bring it in so you can see. But look how it's got a haze. Just look at that thing. Then we'll turn it to the back, and that's the back of it. Look at the little sparkly in there. So this is an expensive piece. This is a high dollar piece because it is a Robert Eckholt. So decisions. Well, you know, when I opened up the door on that case, his artwork is all bound. I have one piece of his, luckily. When I opened up that cabinet and seen this, I knew it was something. I just didn't know what. So, given the price, I'm going to have to start this. Here's the bottom right there. I don't know why it's so dark. Oh, I see his signature too, and it's from 99. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to start this at $50. Starting bid 50, because whenever you have such as this, it's a great piece. If another reseller wanted to list this thing, why they could probably sell it for 100 or more, depending upon, you know, if you're selling on other platforms. That's a heck of a deal. But look at that. Isn't that amazing? I paid 180 for mine back then. Yes, it's a great price. I mean, the way that that's set up is just amazing. That's a one, yeah. Well, you got to look at it like this. You know, it was in my inherited property, and the only thing I have in it is opening up the door to the cabinet and pulling it out. So it's just crazy good. And for a collector, man, they'd be chomping at the bit. Ellie said she'll take a chance at 50. But I can see that signature on there. It's definitely signed. Eckholt 99. So Ellie is at a $50 bid, and you're a smart lady because it's worth far more than 50. As you can see, you know, Pam seems to be really really astute on her about that. So we have Ellie at 50, looking for 55. Or we're going to start calling this magnificent. Signed. It's signed on the bottom, Ellie. You just can't see it because it's got a dark spot, but it's signed with his last name in 99. So I'm not seeing any other bids, and by golly, Ellie's going to have something that is very well sought after. So we're going to go once to Ellie for that $50 bid. Going twice. Final and last call. And it looks like Ellie takes home the gold, and we're sold to Miss Ellie. Congratulations. You will not be disappointed because you have just purchased something that most people would really like to get their hands on. So to Ellie, congratulations. I know you guys were checking out what this thing cost. Ellie, $50. You know, if you was a reseller and you got this in the right group of people, they would go crazy. And thank you, Pam, for that information. And that's Ellie's, and she gets another dip in there. I know, I guess if you like things like this and you're a collector, it's really hard to say no to something. Well, I got to give myself credit because I saw that and I said, and I just happened to pull it out of there and oh my goodness. Okay, I think we're going to call it a night, guys. That wore me out trying to figure out that. You're like, sissy. I know. Knickknacks. Well, you know, while you work and you look at something pretty, that helps, right? Now that we've come to the end. Well, thank you. I'm glad you did, Pam. And I tell you, by the time I come on, I was frazzled. So, and around and around. Who is going to be the lucky winner of the $5 off? Whoops. Around and around. Yes, thank you guys for being here. I'm glad that you came in. I feel like I know each and every one of you personally, though we've never met, just through. So in we go, and we're going to pull a winner. Nothing up my sleeves because my sleeves are hanging down, right? And the winner of the $5 off is Minnie. Minnie is the winner. Winnie. I can't even talk. And Minnie gets $5 off. You go, girl. Congratulations. You just never know when you reach into a pond what you're going to pull out, right? But anyway, I have a lot of work to do, but hey, it's all part of it. A lot of your little delicate items, like the angels especially, will be wrapped separately and shipped separately. They just have to be, because there's such a great danger of breakage. But you know, I will take care of you. And you know it's going to be done right, because I don't believe in shipping something to just for it to get broken. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your purchases. Thank you for your presence. It really makes a difference. Good night, everyone. Love you guys. And I'll catch you on the next one, which might be a little while because you know how busy I am. Good night, you guys. And thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Good night. Bye-bye. Thank you. I had a good time with you guys. I always do. And I appreciate you guys. Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend that's coming.